Hello and welcome to this week's video. I'm going to do a highlight on the products that I've been using for facial redness, flushing, and inflammation. I've been suffering with that throughout the summer, so I'm going to cover that while I go through my empties, fails, and faves today. So welcome, my name is Cindy. I'm a licensed cosmetologist and here to talk everything skincare, a little bit of makeup, and a little bit of hair care. So first of all, facial, flushing, redness, inflammation is so individual. It could be related to a particular health condition that you have. It could be related to emotion. It could be related to food. It can be related to so many things. And I actually currently haven't nailed down why I'm having so much inflammation and redness, but I have been dealing with that in facial flushing, especially in the evening. So I haven't really been able to nail it down. And you might be having trouble with that too, but it's always good to have some products on hand that can help combat that redness, inflammation, and flushing. So let's jump into skincare. This is the Ren cleanser. It's a very calming, very soothing, anti-redness cleanser that you can use. Now, I will say that it does not get the makeup off. You have to use a balm or an oil before this if you really want to get the makeup off. But it's very soothing, very calming, almost like a cream consistency. It's almost like a lotion, to be honest. There's a very small amount left in here. So it's more of a lotion consistency, but if you're dealing with facial redness, this is a really nice calming cleanser. So I just got through a travel size of the Jordan Samuel. Love this cleanser. You can use it as a pre-cleanse and your second cleanse. Very nice formula, especially for travel. You don't need to bring two products. What I finished up as far as toners, I have two that I finished up. One is from Fresh and the other one is my fabulous, famous Sukiaka Suhara moisturizing lotion, which I always love. This is highly moisturizing, not very expensive, and always on rotation. So I finished up one of those. And the one from Fresh, it has a slight rose scent. So this is something that I sort of have passed on during the summer and I'm going to declutter this. It is a lovely hydrating toner, but it's just not for me. What I got through a ton of this summer is serums. I was on the hunt for some serums that would help with facial redness and flushing. And the first one I want to share with you is an empty. It's my Maisama Green Robust Tea Serum. I've been using this for years. I use it in combination with my red light mask from Omnilux. The reason I love this serum is number one, it's an antioxidant. Number two, in combination with my red light mask, it really does calm things down, reduce inflammation. I can use it as a one-off treatment in the evening if I just really want to calm down that redness. And another serum that I use in combination with that is the Depuffer from Pillow Talk Derm. Now, this is especially wonderful if you have facial flushing. I've done a little video of before and after putting this on, and in about 5 minutes, you can visually see the reduction in flushing. If you use it over time, it helps. Now, is it a miracle cure? No. The key is to get to the root of your facial flushing, which can also be challenging. It could be rosacea, it could just be emotions, it could be what you're eating. So like I said, it's so many things contributing to it, but the key is to keep it at a minimum because the more inflammation we have, the more capillaries get expanded, the harder it is to control skin tone and skin redness. So over time, this has arnica, it has ash bark. These are combination ingredients that have proven to help with darkness and redness in the skin. So give this a try. I'd really love, if you suffer from facial flushing, I'd really like to know what you think. It's kind of a gooey substance, but it's really cool. I think there might be a little bit left in this. It's a green type formula. It might be just a little bit left. Anyway, there's not, but the roller is really nice. You just roll it on in the under eye area. It has arnica, it has ash bark. It also has a couple other key ingredients. Let me grab my glasses really quick. Arnica, centella, niacinamide. Now, if you have sensitivity to niacinamide, this won't work for you, but niacinamide calms and it restores the skin barrier. The arnica helps reduce the look of swelling and bruising and redness, and the ash bark is just depuffing. So ash bark is used in skincare for skin soothing, calming, and it does have some claims on reducing dark spots. So this is a wonderful little formula. I encourage you to give it a try if you're suffering from facial flushing. Another serum that's been really helpful in controlling redness is the Dew Skincare Serum. This is a very light textured serum. If you have maybe more oily or normal skin, you're gonna really love this. It's calming, it's soothing, and it's one of my favorite serums for summertime because it's very lightweight. So I went through one of those serums, and again, I do recommend that if you have redness and facial flushing. It's just super calming. It helps with skin barrier function. Also has niacinamide, so you probably wouldn't want to use it on the same day that you might be using the arnica gel. You can also keep this in the refrigerator. It gives a lovely cooling effect. Let's move on to the serums that I've been using for anti-pigmentation. Every summer I fight pigmentation because I'm out in the sun and I get those typical brown spots on the sides of my face. It's the same pattern every year and they just get darker. They're just really deep set pigment that gets set off by the sun. The two serums that I use this summer are the Hyper Serum from Pillow Talk Derm, which has tyrosinase inhibitors to help reduce the production of melanin, as well as the Calecim Professional Serum. I enjoy both of these, and I would recommend either one if you wanted to try a serum to help reduce pigmentation. A few other serums I was trying out this summer are the Mad About Skin. Unfortunately, this has an amazing ingredient deck, but it just didn't work for me for summertime. And I'm going to declutter because I've had it open. The open date is expired. So I'm gonna have to declutter this. I feel terrible because the ingredient deck is beautiful in this. It's a wonderfully hydrating serum. And I'm really sad that it's expired before I got a chance to use this. But if you want to try the serum, I definitely recommend it, but I think it's going to be better suited for dry skin and in the winter time because it does sit a little bit heavier on the skin. In the warmer days of the summer, I was having trouble getting this to dry down. So unfortunately, I have to declutter that. Another serum I was experimenting with this summer is Tidal Shift. Unfortunately, this didn't work out for me. It has a base of aloe and olive oil, which sounds wonderfully hydrating. However, the combination of extracts and oils further down the ingredient deck just didn't work for me. It was just too hot. The scent profile was just too strong and I couldn't leave it on all day. I just felt like I needed to wash it off. And it also runs about $88, which is a little bit on the high side for just a hydrating serum. So I'm going to be decluttering this as well. Two serums I really enjoyed this summer that were new to me are the Dermatology Vitamin CEF. This is an L-ascorbic acid serum with the additional benefits of vitamin E and F. So this was fantastic. It's a 15% L-ascorbic acid. Love this serum. It definitely will be on my repurchase list. I have a few other vitamin C serums to try, so it might take me a little while to get to repurchasing this, but I highly recommend it. Dermatology is a fabulous company. I always have a discount code for you, so definitely check in the description for all my discount codes on any of my products. I have exclusive codes that will help you with a little bit of savings, but this is definitely a favorite and I definitely will be repurchasing. Another serum that I tried this summer is the Calecim Serum. This is their professional serum. This is a growth factor serum, and I'm all about growth factors. Now, there's a little bit of controversy whether they actually help stimulate collagen and elastin production, which is what they're supposed to do, but I love the fact that they're so plumping. This is definitely a post-procedure serum. It was a sample that I got in PR. I really enjoyed using it, but the next time if I purchase it, I'm definitely gonna save it for after a procedure because that's when your skin has a little bit more ability to absorb these type of growth factors and just really help with recovery. I only got through a couple moisturizers this summer, which is interesting because often I'll use my serums that have moisturizing ingredients as my moisturizer, and I'll only use an additional moisturizer in the evening, either to buffer my retin-A or my tretinoin. So it takes me a long time in the summer to get through moisturizers, but I did finish the Il Maquillage, and this is they have a couple different ones. Let me throw on my glasses here. This is their Power Cream Renew. It's an anti-aging moisturizing with niacinamide, orchid, red algae, and it's fragrance-free. So it was a really nice hydrating moisturizer for evening time. I like it just as well as I like the Peptide Night Cream from Dermatology. This is a little bit more, it's a little thicker consistency, but a really nice moisturizer that I have used up and enjoyed. The other one was from The Ordinary, their Natural Moisturizing Factors. This is not going to be a repurchase for me. It's just not hydrating enough for my dry, mature skin, and it just didn't do the trick. I felt like I always had to reapply and reapply. So this will not be a repurchase for me. The next category of serums that I went through is my retinaldehyde. I've been using retinaldehyde almost all summer long. I'm in the middle of the Geek and Gorgeous, both of the 2%. This is the one by Aven Retrinal I love this. So far, this is my top pick for retinaldehyde. It doesn't have that harsh yellow pigment to it that stains my sheets, so I definitely prefer this over some of the other ones that I've tried, like the Moonlight and the Geek and Gorgeous. They all seem to do the same thing, but the benefit of this one is it's a little creamier, a little more hydrating, and it also doesn't have that strong yellow pigment. So I was definitely liking this because, like I said, I've been suffering from redness all summer long, and the tretinoin just would flare my flushing and my redness. So I backed down to a retinaldehyde, which is only one conversion away from Retin-A. Another tip if you're suffering from redness, flushing, and inflammation is to definitely cut down on your actives. And I definitely had to do that this summer. So that was a really good switch for me. All right, next up are all the sunscreens that I'm going to be decluttering and that were kind of fails and faves. The Summer Friday is a combo fail and fave. I love the way it goes on. I have enjoyed it. I love the fact that it's a mineral sunscreen, so it's very gentle, very calming. Another thing, if you have redness and flushing, switch over to a mineral sunscreen and see if that helps. So I have enjoyed this mineral sunscreen, but the other thing is that it pills terribly. So if I do decide to wear makeup, it just doesn't work out. So I have like a little bit left in this, but I'm considering decluttering because I've had it for a while. The other one that I'm decluttering is the D'Alba. This also pills. The reason I'm decluttering this, and I don't recommend it, is the pilling. Last sunscreen I'm definitely tossing out because I can't stand the white cast is the Think Sport. I've tried a couple of the Think Sport products this summer, and the white cast is just beyond, and they're sticky and they're gooey. So most of my sunscreens are pseudo fail, pseudo fave, and the others were definite fails that I'll be decluttering. As far as makeup, I just have a couple items. This is a concealer that the tone in the concealer is just too light for my skin tone, so I'm going to be decluttering that. The other thing I'm decluttering and making some space for is all my original makeup brushes. If you've been on my channel, you know that I've just started experimenting with makeup in my 50s. Before that, I just really didn't wear makeup, but I've been enjoying learning new techniques on how to apply makeup. And I started out with some drugstore brushes. So these are going to get decluttered. And I'm keeping all my IT Cosmetics and my BK Beauty brushes because I have more than enough. And these are a bit worn out and just not really working as well as the IT Cosmetics and the BK Beauty brushes. I really enjoy the IT Cosmetic brushes. These are a lovely budget-friendly option if you're dabbling into makeup. And I also am enjoying my BK Beauty brushes. These are definitely a little bit softer and they have more of a refined texture to the brush. But if you're new to makeup, you probably should just go with the IT Cosmetics. They're a great bargain buy and you'll get a beautiful result without having to make such a huge investment. Those of you who are pros at makeup, I'm sure can tell the difference between these two brushes and love your BK Beauty brushes. Moving on to body care, one of my favorite finds this summer has been the Naturium. This is their Glow Getter Mineral Oil Wash. This is kind of replaced, or I'm using in tandem with my Eucerin Body Oil Wash. I love a body oil wash for mature skin because it just leaves the skin so soft. This has a bit of a coconutty, tropical scent, which is kind of nice, whereas the Eucerin oil, body wash oil, is fragrance free. So it kind of depends on your scent profile, but they're both super budget friendly and highly recommended for mature skin. A couple other products that I talked about a couple weeks ago that are in my empties and kind of fails are the Alpha Skin products. These just didn't do anything for me. I mentioned in my video last week on my 5 worst and my 5 best of the summer. These were in my 5 worst. They were literally just didn't do anything for my skin. This one is supposed to exfoliate, it didn't, and this one is supposed to hydrate and gently exfoliate in a lotion form, and neither one really worked for me, so these are fails and not repurchases. On the plus side, Slather Lotion is one of my absolute faves. I've been hearing from you guys that you're loving this. It has urea, it has lactic, it has retinol, and it has squalane. Those are 4 of my top favorite products for body care. I love this lotion. It goes on smooth, it sinks right in, it makes my skin look just amazing, crepey free, gently exfoliating, and you're also getting the benefits of a bit of retinol along with some gently exfoliating ingredients. So this is one of my top faves of 2022. It looks like it's going to be landing in my top faves of 2023. If you haven't tried it and you love body lotions that really work to make your crepey skin look better, highly, highly recommend this. I have a couple others that I'm testing right now, the Necessaire and the one from Drunk Elephant. Those are kind of in the works. So I will be reporting back on a little bit more body care later in the fall. Moving on to hair care, I got through a couple of my Rogaine foam canisters. I've been using minoxidil 5% for hair growth and maintenance for over the last 10 years. If you're interested in my hair care journey, I'll throw a card up here. You can go check that out. But I have very sparse hair. I have heavy shedding at times, and the minoxidil plus serums that I've been trying out and use consistently, along with my low-level laser light therapy cap, have been game changers in maintaining my hair growth, my hair density, and actually encouraging some growth along the perimeter of my hairline, which has definitely started to thin out more in the last 2 to 3 years. And I'll have more coming up on my hair care journey in a video this fall using the Advanced Hair System by Calecim. So that is my hair journey, and along that lines, I've been trying the Vegamour system, and I finished up both of the growth serums that they sent me. Now, I like to use not only something like Rogaine, which I know isn't for everybody, but in addition, I use hair serums, scalp serums. They are fabulous for conditioning the scalp, reducing itching and flaking, which can all interfere with hair growth. Also keeps down the inflammation in your scalp if you have a little bit of irritation with Rogaine. I find a dedicated growth serum is really nice, or actually it's a scalp serum. I did not find that the Vegamour scalp serums did anything to grow my hair or increase growth, but they were conditioning, scalp conditioning, which is important to keep the hair follicle healthy and the scalp healthy. I've used multiple growth serums over the years. Vegamour, I wouldn't say this is going to be a repurchase because it's kind of on the pricey side. I did receive that NPR, but I much prefer the Hale growth serum. I'll put a picture up here. It's one of my favorites. It's a little more budget friendly, and I've been really enjoying that. Speaking of hair serums, the one that was the fail this summer was the Ordinary Scalp Serum. It just didn't do anything. It's very heavy. It weighed down my hair. None of the other serums that I've tried, the Hale, the Vegamour, or my Rogaine foam, as long as I apply it correctly, just to the scalp, the part areas that I create, and apply it very small amounts. None of that weighs down my hair. It just really encourages healthy scalp and hair growth. However, I didn't find that this was very easy to use. It made my hair kind of sticky and tacky. And so as a scalp serum, this is going to be a pass for me. I also got through one of my little boost pods for my hair and scalp growth comb by Ladoro that I've been using. Now, I only use this when I'm traveling because it has LED, so I don't have to bring my cap. It has a serum, so I don't have to bring a serum. It's also got microcurrent and vibration. So those are two things that are sort of unproven about improving scalp health, but the key for me is that I don't have to carry an extra scalp serum, and I don't have to carry my low-level laser light therapy cap. So this is kind of an adjunct for me for my hair growth journey. Another empty related to hair is the Bimatoprost serum that I use. That's a prescription serum for lash growth. It does have prostaglandins, and I know some people can't use it and prefer not to use it, but I alternate that with a lash serum. It depends on what's in rotation. Right now I'm using the Revitalash serum, but I may have to take a break from that. The Revitalash seems to be irritating my eyes, and I'm considering trying a new lash serum, so stay tuned for that. Let's just quickly wrap up talking about facial flushing and redness. Like I said, find a serum that has calming, soothing ingredients. The Depuffer is a great one if you're looking for one to start with, because it has multiple ingredients that tackle redness, inflammation, and dark marks in the skin. So it's kind of a combination treatment. It does improve over time if you use it consistently, but it also is great for a one-off, and you can leave it in the fridge for a nice cooling effect as well. You can also, if you have some puffiness under your eyes, you can also just put a cold spoon in the refrigerator and rub that under your eyes, do a little lymphatic drainage along with the Depuffer Serum. I kind of throw the book at facial flushing, redness, and inflammation. I also use LED, which has been very helpful in reducing redness and calming my skin down. A few more ingredients you might look for if you're suffering from facial flushing, facial redness, and inflammation are azelaic acid, tranexamic acid, and alpha-arbutin. What I'll do is I'll create a list down below of serums and facial masks that I recommend that have those ingredients in them, and you can go check those out. Two that come to mind are the Pillow Talk Derm Mask and also the one from Mysama, the brightening mask. Both of those have tranexamic acid, which is great for reducing redness. I've used them both and really enjoy them. So that's a wrap of my empties, fails, and faves and a discussion about facial inflammation, redness, and flushing. Hope you enjoyed today's video and wishing you all a fantastic day.